One time, right? I've seen some heinous shit. Drive-bys at fucking 9:30 in the morning. How pissed off do you have to be to shoot up a bus stop at 9:30 in the morning? A block away from us work, we hear the gun go off.
If you know that's where your person's
Boss
at.
is like, yo, you gonna get the job done? Like, yo, what? I'm coming back, brother.
Dodging bullets.
It's 9:30 in the morning. You pay me $23 an hour.
They gotta wait.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.
Don't read on me.
Yeah, because he was telling me that was racist now, or like it's.
I mean,
it's like
what isn't racist today?
I don't know
You know what I
anything.
mean?
I don't know.
You're white. You're
Well, like,
racist.
I agree. I like
True.
the sentence, and the sentence I agree with. And so
Don't tread on me.
But
It's
also
the southern military's fucking like slogan, like "Make America Great Again." Don't tread on me. You're not gonna walk all over us.
I think it
Well, the
originally
sentiment-
came from like Europe or something, or like the Navy or some shit. I forget exactly what it was, but I got it tattooed on me. I have "Don't Tread on Me" tattooed on my
You're
fucking wrist.
racist forever.
Yeah, yeah. And then like I don't even know exactly what. When I said it's racist, I was kidding. It's just like people have adopted
Sure.
that, you know,
No,
and
yeah.
ran with it. I don't think it's actually racist, but it's like.
I mean, you can make an argument about the Confederate flag not being racist in that standpoint.
I mean, well, I think
If
that
you're
less
gonna play
black
that game.
people were killed under the guise of this one than the Confederate one. But I don't know. If I had to guess, I'm not a,
Let me get a tally.
if I was a statistics guy, I would say that, yeah. But the "Don't Tread on Me," that is hilarious, Mike. Don't read on me.
yeah. Well,
Clever.
yeah, I couldn't make it say anything else. Really.
Cover up the
But
T.
I couldn't. Or "do tread on me" is what the other one I could have done. That was the other option.
That's real.
But I was like, I don't really want people to tread on me, so
yeah,
don't read on me.
Tread on me is weird energy. You know?
Fucking
Just
submissive.
Just don't.
Yeah,
read.
that's what I thought. Honestly.
You're gonna
Spit
talk
in my
to me?
mouth. You
yeah,
might as well
exactly.
put on there.
Talk to me. Just don't read on me. When
Yeah,
we
put my
talk.
collar on. Dude, tread on me sounds crazy. It's like I live in a cage or something.
Shit on me.
Yeah.
Or it could have been Don tread on me, but like, who's Don? So it's like, nah, it's just
Yeah.
keep it simple.
Then you have random people named Don walking up to you, kicking you like the rest of your life.
Ooh, or on red, because people get left on red, so you could have done on red on me, but that doesn't make any
Don't
sense.
tread on me is definitely the best option. He's got tattooed on him.
Well, he told me it was racist, so yeah.
That's why I got a tattooed on me.
I made it like 1% less
Straight next
racist.
to the swastika.
Right, exactly. Dude, my tattoo artist told me he would hide dicks in people's sleeves. Did I tell you that?
Oh my god.
Like if he didn't like you and he was tattooing you, he would
Disney,
like
a Disney artist.
dude, exactly.
Well, the
That
real
was a great
question
pull.
is like,
great pull.
because they all have the stencil, like, is he?
No, they don't.
Well,
Some
yeah,
just
you
free-
do have the freehand.
He
Yeah,
does- he's
if
a-
you're
he was
going-
a freehand
An
guy.
artist can do whatever
You're
they
nuts.
want.
He was a freehand guy.
You're watching.
He drew the shit in Sharpie, you know?
Well, listen, I could see how you would have like a stencil and you could easily just like go off your stencil and make the dick wherever you
You
want.
could put the dick in the stencil and they still probably wouldn't even notice.
Yeah.
That's fair too. That's
Depending
fair
on how
too.
intricate the design
We
is.
watched
for
them
sure.
Disney movies our whole lives and didn't know we were looking at penises and shit the whole time.
Do you know what he's referring to?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, to a little bit, like
Yeah, but
in,
you
like,
understand
the
it's
Little
in the
Mermaid.
zeitgeist.
Most
right.
Disney movies you watch just had cocks in them. They
I
had
just-
cocks by the editors. They thought it was funny.
Not only that, like there was like a
Remember
scene
Aladdin? They're
in-
like, take off your clothes.
right. There was that weird
remember that?
thing.
I mean, there's definitely some weird shit, but that I kind of think it's funny they hit dicks in all the movies. I mean, you could have just been like a bunch of fucking people editing, like look.
They're pretty discreet.
It's like an art. It's like
yeah,
very
well,
funny.
the one was on the back of the case of the Little Mermaid,
Dude.
on the castle.
All
Well,
kinds of them.
Listen, you
But
know
who
how
knows
there's
it's-
24
They're
frames per
I'm
second.
sold 100%.
24 frames.
24 frames in a second, and I think that's how cartoons go, or it's maybe a slightly less.
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
it's
you can
half,
hide a
maybe
dick
it's 12.
quick.
But yeah, it doesn't take much.
Nah, do you
Right, then-
remember in Fight Club?
Yeah.
When what's his face
Yeah, with the little
put
flash
the little
on-
porn
yeah,
in
yeah.
his flag? He put you remember that part?
No, tell me. Remind me.
The fuck, dude?
I know there were Ages of
I don't remember the
Chaos.
context. It
Brad
was
Brad
like-
Pitt's person, whoever the guy was, I
Tyler
forgot his-
Durden.
Tyler Durden, yeah. He would work at the movie theater, and
Oh, yes.
he would
When they
splice
switched- when
in,
they- yes,
he'd
yes,
splice
yes.
in little pornography frames
Yes.
in every scene, and it would just pop up. And
Yeah.
like, it's just like the people were advertising
movie.
back in the day in Coca-Cola commercials. They would flash that shit in there, drink. It would do all that kind of shit.
Great movie.
Though the only thing about Fight Club that was weird is I'm pretty sure with the video that he flashed there was a sound So like,
Yeah, it went,
it was
Yeah.
like that. That I don't feel like would work as well.
No.
It's just actually
That was
doing
just for
the
him
video.
having fun, causing
Yeah.
chaos. Because it was, and it would show the kid like looking like what? Yeah.
Like we all know we saw that, but did we?
But I know what they were referring to. They
I
were
like the
referring to the
idea-
advertisers using that subliminal messaging and programming people.
I like the idea of just
whole movie was
causing,
hitting me.
causing chaos to cause chaos. Like, have you heard of the Cacophony Society or something?
No.
So I'm reading this book right now, and this guy's talking about like, basically there was this like group of people who would intentionally throw a wrench into the ongoings of society, just because, right? So like the example they gave was like, imagine you're on a bus and you're heading somewhere, right? And then a clown gets in full clown gear, full clown makeup, and you're like, that's weird, right? And then 2 stops later, another clown gets in, full makeup, full dread. They don't acknowledge each other. They don't look at each
That's
other.
awesome.
And you're like, what in the fuck? And then 2 stops later, 3 clowns get on, right? So you ask them, you're like, is there like a clown convention or something? They just look at you like, no. And it's just like, so like intentionally fucking with people. I don't know.
Like not in a bad way. Like
Yeah.
like little like that. They need a TV show.
Yeah.
need a TV show.
Well, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they could get paid for doing that. That'd be awesome. I would do that job in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If it was a job, for sure. I love the idea.
But to do it for free is wow.
Yeah, it's great.
That's just pure enjoyment.
It's great. You're doing it for you. It's just like a joke that only you will get to know. You know?
Dude, we can come
Those
up with
are-
some funny shit to do.
Those are great, dude. That feels like the most honest form too. It's like you're doing this joke that I can't think of an example.
No, because that's fucking people usually don't do shit for not being paid.
You know what?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're
One
getting
thing
paid
people
now if you're
do-
reading a book about them, right?
Naked and Afraid's free. They don't get paid for that. That's love of the game. I don't know why these
Oh
motherfuckers
man,
do
they
it.
gotta get some kind of cut off.
Nah, they don't. I looked it up because I was just like, why would you do this? Like, what is like the
To
win?
be on
like,
TV, I guess.
I guess, and just like the
Because
opportunity.
you're not testing
to,
yourself.
Like,
They're like embarrassing you.
Yeah, the cool thing about the Cacophony Society was like their intention was to like, oh, they called it culture jamming. That's what they called it. Because every like the you know the muscle memory parts of the day,
Just balancing the scale, baby.
just exactly, just like it's called culture jamming.
Too many
'cause
people are programmed.
it's that's what I'm saying. It's you get into NPC shit, right? Where you're like you're
And
barely.
it's cool that they don't go too far. If they don't go too far,
Well, they ended up killing a bunch of children, which you could argue. No, I just made that up.
oh, okay.
I was like, yeah, what? Yeah.
No, they ended up going to like Burning Man, and like I think they were a part of the start of Burning Man or something, or maybe just early adopters of it. But
Dude.
yeah, the book I'm reading is interesting. The guy had 2 deaf parents, the author. So he was talking about how interesting that was, you know, having to translate for his parents his entire
I like
life.
that. Speaking of deaf people, I like that ASL is getting like bigger and bigger, like throughout stuff. Like,
Oh yeah,
a lot more versions of things are coming out with ASL.
yeah.
And that's awesome.
Well, what's cool is he kind of gave a little history about it. Alexander Bell, the guy who invented the telephone, basically I think was like anti-ASL. He thought that listen, I know. Listen, he thought
What?
he thought
Anti-Morse code too.
listen, if we teach them the language,
They'll take over.
they'll-
Dude, what? we teach them their language?
Well, listen. If you back up far enough, the people just thought that they were like dumb. You know, they didn't realize that they were just
This
deaf.
guy you're talking about, when is he from? What area?
Look, dude, I don't fucking know history. I'm gonna give you.
So he's back in the day.
Yes, of
I'm
course.
talking. I thought you were talking about somebody today.
No.
I'm like, what
but
the fuck, dude?
His stance still was crazy. It was like, if they learn their own language, they're gonna not learn to not be deaf. Like basically, we can't cater to them.
Yeah, God made you this way for a reason.
Yeah, basically,
Can't
he was
change
like
God's
almost
plan.
trying to like breed it out of society type shit. It was like, and then people kept doing it. Was like banned in certain schools, and then the ASL people started doing it anyway. And it's
Standing
very,
up like this. You will
very-
not silence me.
Yeah, well, basically, yeah, they did. They had to have protests and shit. I had the thought of how funny the protest must have sounded. I really did have the thought.
I hope it will be quiet for their own sake.
It wouldn't. It would not. But they they had a bunch of protests, and I don't know. It's cool because he was talking about the way because he became an interpreter as a job, because that's what he did at home anyway. And he was talking about how interesting it is
Yeah.
because there's a bunch more words in like verbal English language, but what you do in the ASL is you paint a scenario. He's like, so basically, if I had to say that the army was coming down on the town in this giant field, and they were like defeating the small enemy, he's like, I would kind of like show where this thing is and then show the field, you know, and then like he's like, you're creating this thing that only exists in this moment. You know what I mean? It's like not the same thing every time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So usually it wouldn't work.
Well, no, it would work every time. It's like it works better almost. You know what I mean? Because it's like you're not.
Well, you're expecting everybody else to be on the same page as you.
No. You're just talking to the one person who's deaf. If you're
But
translating.
are you saying that you're just going to make it up on the spot, like in this situation?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I know, but play charades with somebody one time.
What do
And
you
you think that everything you're doing would be so easily taken, but
Well, no, they're
you're
both,
relying on their knowledge.
Well, they both know ASL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about he didn't want ASL. He wanted to just be able to
This
like.
is not him. This is the author now. That yeah.
Got lost. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It was I was jumping around, but
Speaking of translators, right? Have you heard about all those people getting busted for being fake translators and not know what the fuck they're doing? You know,
I did hear about
just
it.
taking the jobs because I guess I don't know if they're getting them offline or whatever, but they're just accepting probably anybody apparently
I've
because
seen
people
some
are getting
funny
busted.
videos. Yeah,
Dude, some of them are getting fake because now it's getting so blown up.
Yeah.
So you're seeing them fake, but the real ones, these people don't know what the fuck they're doing, bro. They're just
yeah.
and they're getting called out, and they're getting it's like an audit for people that are translators getting busted.
Well,
left and
dude, when this guy was a translator, he used to work for a phone line too. Back in the day, that you'd have to like that they would like type what they had to say, so he'd have to say whatever. If someone wanted to like talk dirty to their girl, like he'd have to like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
he'd have to
dude.
translate it, like, and then also for like job interviews, you can't like help or hurt. Like you're supposed to be completely neutral, right? So even if they say something that will sound bad and you could like fix it up, you're not supposed to. There's like this ethics, you know what I mean, involved in the translating.
Yeah, we
It's
don't want
actually
you. We
pretty
want you to be
in-depth.
yourself. We want you to be yourself.
Yeah.
Cocksucker. You know, it's hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking dog, shut up.
Exactly. Basically, somebody that was deaf was high on meth and called him to translate, but he wanted to call the police. So they call the police, and then he has to like cuss out this cop. This guy's basically like, "You guys are following me." He's like paranoid.
See, we can't act like deaf people don't get fucked up.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, you gotta.
What are you gonna do?
You
The hardest
gotta.
part would be finding a dealer. But
It's-
once you find a dealer, you're locked in.
It's so interesting the idea of even being deaf.
It's wild. It's
I
really
can't
wild.
even. I can't. It's
There's
hard to
this
even.
really good movie where a bunch of people were deaf, but it was about no, it's all these people that are really deaf are actors, right? But
believe you.
the parents they give birth to a girl who can hear.
Sure.
So she grows up with that, and she takes on that whole thing. It's a really good movie, man. Me and Chelsea watched it. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm pretty sure
But
you
yeah.
can just Google.
Well, that's basically
Deaf
the book
people
I'm
movie.
reading. Yeah,
Yeah,
basically,
where they give-
basically the book.
But
I'm
it was
reading.
like really eye opening. Like, God damn, I mean, could you imagine? That's crazy,
Yeah, it's like their own. Yeah, I don't know. Like
especially having deaf parents, because that's like real. I mean, that could happen. Why? It's just not genetic.
exactly. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know. I would be lying about school for sure. Like whatever my teacher said, you know. If I had to,
Or
like,
I mean,
translate-
that's just from our perspective because we take everything for granted. So imagine being like expected to fail. Maybe you'd want to be like, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I can to just not be the idiot everybody thinks I am.
Well,
dude.
you wouldn't. What if you were deaf?
I mean, who knows?
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you have something against you,
Well, that's
you might
what-
have a whole perspective.
Well, he said that his mom, the reason she got her like PhD in communication and all that, because she basically wanted to prove she wasn't an idiot.
it's like growing up without a father. You choose to either blame your life on it or you choose to do everything you can not to have it.
Mm.
It's kind of like that.
Speaking of not having a dad, dude, me and Mike have been playing catch recently.
Oh,
Big
dude, I
fan.
read up on
It's
that.
the
That was
closest.
it.
It's the closest thing I have to having a dad.
That was a beautiful moment. That's why I sat in my truck for a second just to
well,
watch.
well, I'm telling you, dude, it's interesting.
Reminded
like,
me and my stepson. That was beautiful.
It's interesting being 35 and like in the middle of the street playing catch. You know, having to move for
Or
cars.
why is
it
this?
feels good.
Isn't it fucked up that that's interesting?
Well, we don't see it much.
I know, but that's why it's fucked up.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
God
playing
damn it.
Minecraft.
I
Get
mean,
the
nothing
reasons
cooler
high.
than going out there and realizing, like, damn, I got a little work on my spiral I can do. Like,
Oh
shit.
yeah. Well, and it's
Catching
like
the ball, talking some shit.
it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter your spiral, but it feels good to throw a ball back
For
and forth.
sure.
I don't know what that is. It speaks
It's
to me.
fucking, it's primal.
Yeah, it is.
It's primal. I don't know what they were throwing back in the day, but they had to be throwing something. Maybe their feelings. Who knows?
Probably rock.
Probably a rock. Speaking of rocks, right? I saw this video that put in perspective about David and Goliath. Everybody's familiar with David and Goliath.
I think it's a myth, brother.
I mean, it's the Bible, right? So
Okay,
he's
okay.
talking about the story in the Bible.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's
Okay,
like a
okay,
historical
okay,
fact.
okay.
He's just putting in perspective of why David beat Goliath, and he's like, it's actually pretty reasonable why
Let's hear
David
the
would beat
rundown.
Goliath. So David would have those things where he sling those rocks at, right?
Sure.
And he showed a video of these guys slinging these rocks, bro, and they're like missiles, like blowing rocks apart, shooting fast as shit, because you could throw these things fast as a motherfucker.
Sure.
So it's like, what do you think Goliath is taking? He's taking fucking calibers right to his chest. No wonder he took him down. I've never thought about that. Every time I hear that story, I know that, but like it's supposed to be like some uplifting story, like this was never supposed to happen, bro. It was gonna happen 10 out of 10 times. He's shooting him with
more
rocks.
like tortoise in the hare, where I bet you like Goliath was sort of like, what are you gonna do with
For
that?
sure,
little,
that's the whole gimmick of it.
Here's my face. Go ahead and do what you got. You know. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
but the tortoise didn't have a fucking Glock in his hand shooting the fucking hare. You know what I mean? Like this is it's like one-sided story. He's the bad guy in the story. Not the bad guy, but you know what I mean? Like he's not losing. Never.
But fucking Goliath was a giant, no?
Yeah, but he's getting fucking shot repeatedly with rocks in his chest, dude. Legs getting lit up.
I mean, he is, but like you have to like
Yo,
put one
pull up
rock
a video.
in.
Pull up a
Of
video.
David and Goliath.
You got,
No,
yeah.
pull up a video of somebody slinging rocks,
You
bro.
sling the rock, but then you still
No.
You
Hold
gotta
on.
reload.
Look, what do you
Pull
call
up
them?
the slinging rock
Yeah,
video.
how do
don't
you
know.
phrase it on YouTube?
I don't know what that would be
I don't know
called.
either.
Slinging rocks
like,
and pull up something way
Rock
different.
slingers.
That's what I'm saying. I write sling
Rock slingers
rocks.
is just like O block.
What's that? It's like a leather thing that throws rocks.
Slinging rocks.
Slinging rocks is definitely not gonna come up
Leather
right.
thing. I don't know.
That's a rap song for sure.
I don't know. I spelled leather wrong.
That's 100% a fucking future
Jay-Z's
song.
top 10.
Yeah.
Well, I can buy one.
All right, what are they called?
But for whatever reason.
There you go. Watch that one. Yeah, this is the one.
Oh shit.
This is a professional rock slinger, Azogu, and he's really accurate.
Oh
But
my
still,
God.
to,
Yo,
like,
what?
to reload though is like a second.
It's nothing,
like,
bro.
Not nothing.
You
And
gotta
then
run.
to like
If
swing
you're
back.
a giant, you can run away from him
If
and
the
crack him,
giant's running straight at you,
bro. You're fucking him up with rocks, bro.
I don't know, dude.
Son.
A giant's gonna take a rock though.
But if a
It's
giant-
I can
the
tell you this
point.
for sure. That guy is lonely. Hey, bro, we gotta check on
There ain't no
Homeboy
time
because,
for women
dude,
when I got some slinging
dude,
to do.
He's got to
Yeah.
perfect that slang.
Dude,
That guy
that
is lonely.
motherfucker.
That guy's sad, bro. That guy's sad.
Dude, not as sad as Goliath was when he got smacked up by David.
Did you watch the Gabby Petito doc?
No, who is that?
That's the girl who was doing the van life thing, got killed by her fiance.
Yeah, I'm not familiar, but
Okay.
enlighten me.
All right. Well, basically that's
'Cause I can
that's the
comment.
story. But
Dude came back, he changed the story like 3 times.
yeah.
I mean, I heard.
And then he ended up killing himself, but his parents kind of helped his parents kind of helped him out, and it's like
They're not gonna believe anymore, should I say? You gotta go.
yeah, no, he ran out of stories, but I guess yeah, I don't know. Would you kill yourself or go to prison for life?
I feel like I could run. I could do good in prison.
It's just not about whether you do good or not. It's just like, okay, so you would go to prison. You're saying?
I mean, you never know when the adventure's gonna start.
Well, I
I'm not
guess if
fucking
you're
killing
doing
myself.
bad, you wouldn't want to be there. Yeah.
I mean, listen. If I'm gonna kill myself, the adventure's over.
Right. Well, this one is. Yeah.
I ain't a quitter, so who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah. So you're not gonna kill yourself.
I might dive in.
So you wouldn't kill yourself if you get
I might
sentenced
get a
to
face
life.
tat, neck
There
tat.
you
I might
go.
go. I might join the brethren. Who knows?
I'm gonna end up owning that prison.
Dude, listen.
Would you kill yourself?
I lean towards it, but like I guess let me feel it out for a year, see how it feels. But like the food's so bad,
Because of the food.
The Gabby thing though, at the end of the day, like for
I
what
would
I
have a
remember
way.
is like obviously he killed her out there wherever, and he drove the van back. But I'm pretty sure didn't he say he flew back?
Yeah.
So like when you say you flew back,
Yeah, he was scared.
the van's back.
probably got
So
tired
like
of it.
she would have
Oh,
come
definitely.
with you.
Why are you blogging all of the time?
Well, dude, in
Yeah.
the doc, you could see him like in the background, like
God.
So
because they show a bunch of the
there-
outtakes. Yeah.
They say it at the very end
and
of
they don't have the video of him grabbing the
documentary.
camera and killing her.
Uh-uh.
They'd only actually released one video. So I don't know what that means. I don't know.
There's a lot of outtakes.
She's
That's
still
what that
just
means.
filming 24. Like,
Dude.
not only that, she's just filming 24/7 and never doing shit with it. It's like, when's the next video? You have like 3 fucking days worth of footage. Where's the next video?
Mike,
While she's just like,
your girlfriend, bro, watch out.
that's not my girlfriend. That's
Don't
not
film
my-
him, yo.
I don't know, man. It's weird. Was she really even trying to do it? Where are your videos at?
I mean, yeah, it's tough.
I mean, whether you're trying to videotape anything or not, you got killed. So it's irrelevant. She got killed by her boyfriend for being annoying.
For sure.
I mean, that's cut and dry. Sounds like to me. I'm unfamiliar with anything, right? I don't know anything, but sounds like to me.
I mean, that's usually the case, probably. I just don't.
Well,
yeah.
the main other part was like that they had gotten pulled over because someone had seen the guy slap the girl or something, called it in. And when they called it in, the police like were pulling over the van. They like swerved, hit the curb a little bit. So like there was this little bit of, but when they got there, the girl admitted to had grabbing the wheel, whatever. The whole scene
She's
made
a
it.
psycho. She films all her life.
Listen.
She's a psychopath.
She might be
I'm
partially
sorry
a
you're dead,
psychopath,
but
no
she-
doubt, no
There you
doubt.
go.
Bona fide
Talk your
crazy,
shit.
bro.
You already knew that before the wheel thing. You're like, she
Yes,
films everything.
I already know he killed her because she's annoying. I don't need Yeah, of course. Come on. It's not right, but he did it.
But the hilarious thing was like, well, I guess not hilarious. It's not hilarious.
In this comedy, the
Yeah.
the punchline.
So
in this comedy of life, this
Go on, I'm
dark comedy
sorry.
of life. Anyway, so basically, like in that scene, she looked like the aggressor because he had like scratches on his face
Oh,
and
definitely.
shit. And so like
And
she
she
just
kinda
she kind of
admitted
looked
to
like
it.
He
a
didn't
crazy
just kill her.
person.
Like he's just like, oh, bitch, I'm done. She had to do something.
They were fighting.
So
yeah.
they wanted to put him in a hotel and have her
You want
sleep
to
out
smile
in the
fucking
van
video.
because they wouldn't separate. She wouldn't separate from him. But yeah, the cops
Just like
wanted to
Crazy
put him
Girl?
in the hotel and her in the
She's checking
van,
on the marks.
and it's just crazy because like a couple weeks
And
later,
them cops feel bad because they didn't take no one to jail, and then a few weeks later she ends up dead, and they're like,
Well, that's the
"Fuck."
domestic violence law now.
There was like a small.
Well, they're
loophole.
different countries,
They talked
so-
about it though. They had this. One of the eeriest parts is these cops have like a little huddle about it,
Mhm.
and looking back, obviously it's
the other thing was they were based in New York, I want to say, and so when they went missing, they basically called, I want to say, the police where the parents lived, and were just like, hey, we want to
because it
talk.
wasn't the same area. They were like not on the same page.
We
really.
want to investigate this thing, and these cops were just like, "There's no grounds. Like, what are your grounds?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Her
They didn't have a
van,
body.
When
her
you-
van is in the driveway. He said he flew back, and no one knows where this woman is. There's grounds." And the cops like, "I don't know. Like, I'm not sure I'm gonna do it."
Fucking
And, like,
Americans.
dude,
You
there's
know?
like so many things that could have
Waste our
like
resources on
happened
you.
for this not to have even be discovered. Really,
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, that always happened, right? Domestic violence calls, they never had to take anybody in. They would just leave. And nowadays, if you call a domestic violence call in, somebody has to go to jail.
they gotta separate them.
Not just separate, somebody's got to go to jail. Because
Sounds like you know this pretty intimately.
I have fucking cop friends, and I got enough friends who have had the same problem.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so somebody's got to go. Because they have too many times where they come back and somebody's murdered.
Yeah.
Oh, we're fine. They leave, come back, hour later, somebody's dead. And they're feeling just like the dudes over there. You know what I mean? Smart. Because emotions get crazy.
Wait,
Sometimes too crazy.
Wait, which part was smart?
The fucking them
Separating.
them separating and not believing shit. Like, oh, you're fine.
Well,
you're
the
fine.
thing too is like it's tough because she didn't want to leave him. Like it wasn't so blatant where she was like, "I'm scared, I want to go," and they didn't see that. She was like, "Don't separate us.
Yeah.
We're okay."
She's
you know what
crazy.
I mean?
She fucking, that's the crazy they do.
It was definitely.
She tried to kill them in a car by swerving on the road, and then says, "Don't leave us. Don't separate us. I want to die with him. Didn't you just see what I was doing?
Yeah.
I was trying to kill us both.
Yeah.
Don't separate us. I love him."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I am so
The
fucking
attachment, yeah.
over it."
And what's fucked up is like people think it's either love or like toxic attachment.
It's
Like,
love.
no, it can be both. It's like
both.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
It's
love
like,
leads to toxic
well, it
attachment.
can.
It
Yeah,
doesn't just-
it's not one or the other. It's like people think that it's either going to be, dude. People love their wives and kill them. People
Dude,
love their
listen.
husbands and kill them. I guarantee they love each other. I guarantee it. People are like, how
For
could you have someone you
sure.
love? It's like, who knows? He's a fucking.
Crime of passion. I stabbed her 37 times. You know what I mean? I did it for every ounce of love I had for her.
God damn it, that's not funny.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
the 37 times. Got
No,
me.
I mean, for sure. Like, I joke with Chelsea sometimes. I'm like, damn, I fucking I miss when you were fucking crazy. I was like, because you were so crazy because you loved the shit out of me back then. Now you're just fucking dealing with me.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? I wish you would fucking show up at a bar and walk in and scream at me and tell me to get the fuck outside.
Yeah,
You know what I
you're
mean?
crazy though.
You'd have to find me at a bar. I love that shit, though.
I hate
love
that shit.
though.
I mean, because she's only doing it because she loves the shit.
I hear you, but you can. I know that argument. I don't love
Maybe
it.
I just love it because I'm brainwashed.
Yeah, you're fucked up. It's like, you're like a wife going like, he hits me because he loves me.
Yeah,
At least it
maybe.
shows that he cares, you know?
You know
when he
what?
stops hitting me, he doesn't even look at me.
Who the fuck needs to pay for therapy? Just come on.
It's a
This
form of
is
attention, which, you know,
if this
we're all
doesn't work,
craving.
just come on here.
Yeah, it's definitely attention and emotion. Like they say the opposite of love isn't hate, it's like indifference. Or like, you know, like, because if you're hating, you still have this strong emotion. Like someone's
Yeah.
still like, you know, you still care enough to hate.
Well, that's
in
the
a weird
scariest
way.
part when somebody just stops caring. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's when it's the coldest.
I just called you a bitch and you're just okay.
Yeah, once it stops.
Okay, I can stay out all night. You know what I come home?
If it doesn't affect them, yeah, it's
Have
like,
fun?
Yeah.
What? No, I'm coming home.
I'm on my way.
I'll be there in a minute.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's so funny. I'm not coming home. Okay, fine. What? I'm on my way. What the fuck's the matter with you, girl?
Oh man, please tell me don't go so I can have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, man. Relationships are tough.
It's so, the toughest part is you make them tough. Pretty simple.
No, they're not.
Because
Well, we do make them tough, and that's why they're not
the thing
simple.
is because when we say
We're involved. Humans are
communication, everybody doesn't understand that communication goes way deeper than just talking.
You gotta learn ASL. Well,
It's
men and women
about-
speak a different language for one.
For sure. And are we really supposed to be like with one person our whole lives?
Oh, you asking me?
I mean, it's just like a general output. Like, yes, I'm married, and yes, I am faithful, and yes, I love my wife. But
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but like, I mean, our society makes us have to family up.
Oh yeah, the pressure on that is nuts.
Not just our society, but like the laws. Like, I mean, the money, the family, like affordable. Like $100,000 is fucking close to low class these days. I mean, Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
honestly, it's like paying for everything by yourself and then doing everything by yourself. I get why you would. I get
They're
it.
forcing it. It's like they're pushing
Yeah,
it.
it's hard. It's hard. And then like
I got friends trying to get houses right now, and they're like, I can't put the down payment on. So then I gotta go look. So then I'm stuck in an apartment, right? Now apartments are wanting 2 to 3 months up front. If I had 3 months of fucking $2,500, then I could just put it down. I could just save and get a down payment on my house. You're
Right.
fucking me.
right.
You're paying $3 grand to rent an apartment. Good luck ever getting out.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you get $700,000 apartment. You could put a little cash on the side, even though they made less, not that much less, but they put a little bit aside. You ain't putting shit aside no more. You're
No,
lucky you get your deposit back.
Saving money's a myth.
Nowadays,
I don't even know what
Save money.
When people talk about saving money, I can't relate.
save money. That means you had, I don't know. I don't like to generalize.
Well, I got a spending problem, so no matter how much I make, I'm spending it.
I just,
I think that's the American way.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's very hard to save money because I mean, all it takes is that one car rack, that one thing to go on your truck, that one vacation, back to square fucking one. I mean, but
I thought about skipping breakfast just to save money.
I'm just trying to get rich. I'm just trying to.
Everyone's trying to get rich, but you gotta do something to get
No,
rich.
let's just. I mean, I got ideas.
I got ideas.
It'll happen. Just wait.
And be like an Ozempic plug or something.
No, we need to go down. We need to go down to a foreign land somewhere.
Okay.
Figure something out. Something that's
It's like the most vague shit in the world.
no.
We need to go
No,
to a
listen.
foreign land and figure something out.
Find something that only grows there. Buy some property out there. Start growing that shit. Import to America.
Okay.
You know, fucking kidding. People do that shit with like trees, like fruits that grow on trees different ways.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's doable.
You just gotta know this. You gotta be smart and understand what grows where.
It's an interesting plan. It's an interesting plan.
Why not?
Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like I almost feel a pressure to move in a way that like
You should be in Thailand.
I know.
What are you doing?
Well, that's what. So my friends who are married with kids, they're
You're
like,
like, for
"You're not."
$37 a fucking day. You live like decent, really
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, people are like, "You're not using it like you should. Your freedom."
No, you're doing
I feel
good.
like I'm
But you're
wasting
doing
it
good
a
to
bit.
us. You're doing
Yeah.
good to us people.
Right.
You're not doing good to the people that are doing it.
Yeah.
I'll
Well
be
said.
straight with you, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to be out there living somewhere.
Yeah.
You're here dicking around with your little fucking week trips.
Yeah, I know.
Move out there, bro.
I know.
Get out there. Fuck us.
I know.
Come see us for a week.
Yeah, I know.
While you can.
I know. Because the older you get, the more responsibility you get.
You're dipping your toes in the pool. Dive in.
Sure. Yeah, no, I mean, at least for a year would be nice, right? Go to Spain for a year.
Why not?
I don't have a good enough why not? That's the thing. I guess I fear, loss of connection to relationships.
You won't lose that.
Huh?
You won't lose that to the ones that matter.
Yeah.
That'd be a kind of blessing.
To lose them? If they didn't matter, you mean?
Yeah, I mean.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, is that really worth looking back and being like, damn, I wish I'd have fucking moved out to fucking Thailand and ate fucking rattlesnake blood on a fucking street somewhere. Fucking.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, I know, man. It sounds good, but it's
Or
like, I
even
guess
like
I'm just
that.
scared,
I mean, everybody's got to be.
Yeah, I'm just scared. Not knowing anybody, it's like, I don't know. I feel like
the best thing is that you could take 2 weeks pay and just go down there and you could probably be good for like 2 months finding shit out.
Well, the problem is work.
You can find a job
like everybody else.
You're fucking white, and you're gonna be
fucking white.
You're gonna fucking be 2 foot taller than everybody out there. You'll find a fucking job. You'll be like basketball player. You'll be good.
No, of course I could find a job. Yes. I guess it's just it would be giving up the job I have, which is like
for sure
a satin prison.
Oh, that's the scariest thing for everything, bro.
Yeah.
You're talking about fucking going and living somewhere. I'm scared of taking off a week of vacation.
I know.
I mean, that's just the way the world is. It's the gamble.
I know.
I got a buddy that just did a gamble in his life and changed his career. And took a big jump.
Out?
No. Took a big jump.
No.
I mean, left a real secure job with not good money. I'm not gonna say specifics or names, but he went and took a gamble on something that he didn't have business being there.
Oh.
But he took a shot. And I love the fuck out of that.
Yeah, I respect it.
Because he was all about making it his thing. He was trying, but they didn't see the fit. He ended up getting a job back.
He's homeless, sucking dick.
No. He got a job back, and he's doing what he was doing before, but he took a shot. He got lucky because a lot of people can go back to whatever, but, I mean, nowadays, you can go short-term disability. Say you think about killing yourself, and you got to go clear your head. You got to go clear your head. Or you talk to your job and be like, look, I'm thinking about taking a year off.
Fuck no. They don't play games like that.
Short-term disability.
Well, that would be, yeah.
FMLA.
Yeah. No,
Family medical leave.
Posting pictures on an elephant.
I got to clear my head. I'm thinking about murdering
myself. I got to clear my head. I'm going to walk
I had
in there
a
with
noose
an
around my neck last night.
Jerking off.
Do you really need me in the office?
You ever tried
no.
autoerotic asphyxiation?
Autoerotic asphyxiation, whatever it's called.
No, I don't think so. So like,
I don't think so.
I was like getting roadhead one time, and like I was doing these crazy. I don't know why. I was breathing.
He had a hose from the muffler into the
like
window.
It wasn't like that, but like you see these people do Lamaze breathing for like birthing, and it's like. How does it go?
I saw somebody do that in the fucking sauna the other day. It was the most awkward moment of my life. But go ahead.
Was it a man?
They were giving birth.
For sure.
Weird. That's
Big
weird.
time.
Maybe it wasn't exactly Lamaze breathing, but it was like
uncomfortable.
super long breathing I was doing, and like that was when I got my full body. The only time I got the full body thing to happen.
Full body what?
Orgasm. We've talked about it on here.
You had that while driving?
Yeah, I was driving at roadhead.
That's super unsafe.
But I believe that 90% of it was because the way I was breathing was like not cutting off the circulation.
That's
like,
interesting.
I think
Breath
that was
work
part of it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Them people ain't lying. They do all that break shit. All the people that out of America, they are on the shit. That breathing shit is 100% real. 100%.
I believe it.
The whole time I'm sitting in the sauna with the dude, I'm like, God, this is fucking annoying, but I know it's fucking beneficial and good for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing it.
Dude, breath work will get you high. I've done breath work to where I'm like high, momentarily. Probably from a lack of oxygen or whatever. But
real breath work
like
and meditation and shit like that. Like, it's hard to get I can't say I've truly transcended in meditation. I've tried it before.
No, me neither.
It's very hard to shut your brain off.
It's a lot easier with mushrooms.
But that breathing shit is, I mean, look how we use it so minimally when we get mad. Count to 10, take deep breaths. We underestimate how powerful if you really dive into it. You know what I mean? It's enough to cool a motherfucker down from ready to kill somebody.
Well, it
That's fair.
genuinely slows your nervous system down. Your
For
parasympathetic,
sure.
it puts you into like your parasympathetic.
And that's somebody who's not even diving into it. That's just somebody who's listening to do what they're told.
And you do it
Not
another
really.
way, you can heat up. Because you see, like, there are these, I don't know if they're
Fire breath.
monks or whatever, but they go into these, like, ice or, like, these cold, snowy areas
take
or
their
whatever.
minds on a
And it
journey.
all
They
melts.
close themselves in it. And yeah, all the things that was, like, frozen in there melts
They
because
go
they're
out
just
there
sitting
in
there
the snow and sit
breathing.
out there for days and weeks and shit. They take their minds on a journey. They're not here. They're transcending somewhere. They're watching their oxygen go through all their veins and they're going through their bodies. They're doing something. They're not there.
You could argue that we're not here, and they're the only ones who are.
I mean, yeah,
You know what I'm
could,
saying?
But I would also say, like, if you're not enjoying Game of Thrones, are you really living? It's like, come on, what are we doing?
I think that they just unlocked another skill and they knew more about themselves than we do.
Very possible.
I think that. Well, I
Very
guess it depends
probable.
on what kind of meditation you're doing, but I just think that you're so focused on the breath and that present moment, that oneness, that you can't think of anything else. So it's like, it's not necessarily above to me or like next to or below. It's just like right there. It's so present that everything else kind of melts away. You know, and everything else is what kind of in our head makes us who we are. You know what I mean? All the stories of who we are is our personality, even though our personality, the self, is actually like co-emerging with the environment. Like, who am I? Well, it depends. Have I eaten? Am I hungry? Am I horny? Am I happy? Did my mom just die? Who I am changes, you know? So it's like this idea of self is just stories we have and then fears in the future. You know what I mean?
Oh, I believe you. I'm right there with you, brother. I
mean,
thought
I'm
I
just
was one of the
repeating
only
shit I've
ones that
heard.
just sit there and think crazy shit like that.
Well, no, I mean, I listen to stuff about it, so it's not like I'm just kind of, thinking.
I read a lot of shit about it. I read books, but I don't read like crazy amount of books where I can sit here and quote shit. I like doing
Yeah.
like research and reading like articles and stories, and it's a fucking slippery slope.
Have you messed with AI yet? Dude, Grok, Elon's AI, Grok, it has assistant mode, storyteller mode, sexy mode, romantic mode, unhinged mode. It has conspiracy mode, and then it has argumentative mode. Me and Mike were arguing with this fucking thing the other day. You can just argue with it.
Dude, that's like Interstellar. Like I buy
Bro,
towers,
bro, it's
turn
not.
the humor down to 6.
Bro, it's nuts. It's nuts.
Good reference,
My
good
buddy
reference.
the other night was having a conversation with it about gravity, how gravity's only a theory. And they're going back and forth about it. And he sends me the whole conversation and I read it. And it's basically like they're going back and forth about gravity and he's asking questions to it. And it's like, oh, good point. It could be this or it could be that. And he's like, well, what would you think it was? And it's like, well, I usually don't speculate, you know? And he was like, well, speculate. And then it speculated. And he was like, could you write a scientific paper about it? And it was like, sure. And it literally, like, within that conversation, writes up this 50-page scientific paper, you know, with the theory in it and equations and math and, like, his words. It's just like...
Dude, it's not because it understands like what you had written about your podcast. Like,
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just... Yeah.
it said misadventures. Like you
yeah.
said.
Yeah. The
That's
fact that it
it's
knew that.
understanding. It's
I
not
was
just
gonna go with
quoting.
the quotes that it used, like
The quotes seem
like-
easier because I feel like I've written them.
possibly.
You know what I
possibly.
mean?
Some
I
of them
knew-
didn't feel like they were written. Right.
Right.
Some of them felt like they were from.
I knew we were in
Yeah.
trouble
I don't
back
really
in
know.
college. I was in college. It was probably, 2011, 2010. And I found out this thing called mymathway.com. And mymathway.com was a site you could pull up on your phone and you just wrote in any problem and it solved it for you, told you all the work. It's a little computer inside your thing, right? For the second semester, they had an update where you could just take a picture of this fucking problem and then fucking it did everything for you. It's like, Jesus.
Showed the work and everything, I'm sure.
Everything
Yeah.
in less than a second.
Yeah.
It's like it ain't talking, but it's talking.
Yeah.
We're doomed.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, other than like basic math, we don't need fucking algebra. I don't think.
Not really. I mean, like you
I'm
only
sure.
need those.
I'm sure you do.
Like what he was saying, like where the phone tells you everything. Like if you know when to use the equation, you don't necessarily need to know how to do the equation if the phone can do it. You just need to know when that equation needs to happen
true.
or whatever.
Yeah,
like
the
that's the
application
only part
of it.
where you
Right.
Scary
are-
part is
That makes sense.
to me the scary part is I got trust issues, and no matter what, somebody's controlling it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it could be nobody. It sure just could be some entity that we're all letting take over our world. But to me, somebody's got an agenda, Somebody's got some control.
Well, everyone has an agenda, yeah.
Exactly.
The idea of trust issues reminded me of my commitment issues, okay? So I've thought recently about them, and this might be obvious, but it was my first time articulating it. I feel like if I commit to something that is long term, it squashes the possibilities. So like, even if I'm not going to go live in Thailand, right? The freedom to be able to, like, once I commit to something, like if I buy another house, right? Like if I do something, like if I make this big commitment, I feel like it all right now, even if I never use them, in my head, the world is so full of possibilities.
So think of it like this.
As soon as I make a long commitment, it feels like those possibilities narrow. And
think of it like this.
Terrifies me.
Cause and effect. Or everything that has an action has a reaction.
Sure.
Right? You're only looking at one side. So yes, it's going to cause negative things, but it's also going to cause positive things. That's what the definition of change. So you can't focus on one side and lean on that side. That's just your fear giving you an excuse. You got to look at both sides.
Right.
That's what I signed up for.
Well, I know a lot of good things.
Possibilities are closing at this door, but possibilities are widening or widening this way.
Right.
So you can't focus on the closing. You gotta focus on the opening.
I guess the only...
That's the whole reason you leave, right?
I guess the only thing is, it's like, when I commit to something, there are new possibilities, but I can see all the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Over here, I can't see the doors.
That's the scary part. Grass ain't always greener.
Right. Exactly. That's what it is. Even if I don't ever touch the grass ever.
Yeah.
It's just like,
not always greener. You love your life.
It's over there and it's greener, and I could go to it, you know?
But the beauty is your home's here, so you can always come back.
That's true too. It will never not be my home.
You can find our place.
Right.
Build in our studio. You can get shit done. You can't take another Thailand trip when you have a kid in 5 years, or you have a relationship that you really want to work on because you're getting older and shit going down. You want to get another house, blah, 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 get a new job, it's paying more. Can't change that. You know what I mean? So now's the time, because this is the time where you can get away with the shit and come back and not have sacrifices. It's gonna suck to find a real to be like, I really love this girl, but I really want to go fuck some ladyboys in Thailand.
Well, look, anyone who loves me is gonna know what's up with me. They're gonna know that every once in a while I'm gonna visit Thailand. But yeah, I try not to, and that's the thing too, is curating relationships that allow that freedom, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I've kind of been doing and working on in my life, you know? And it's like,
you know, when we're going too long where you let the time pass.
Well, time passes no matter what, right? It's like...
not time metaphor, not in time itself, but the time. Because eventually you won't have the time.
But
if you take the time that you have, yes, you have it, but you're going to be the asshole in the situation.
But I'm living and loving and learning throughout, just like everyone else.
I'm not saying you're doing your life wrong at all.
So that's what I mean. So the time to what? Like move and go live?
Yeah, I'm not even pushing it on you. I think it's an awesome idea for you. But if you don't want to do it, don't do it. But if you want to do it, which I feel like I know you, and I feel like it's in your heart somewhere.
Yeah, of course.
It's like my sister. Like, I remember my sister wanted to move to Hawaii or something, like somewhere crazy. You know, of course I'd be sad, but like everybody's like, Savannah, that's dumb. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm like,
go. Yeah.
Peace out. And like me and her always had a crazy bond like that. I'm like, Savannah, you don't have any kids? You don't have a relationship right now? Go to fucking Hawaii.
Yeah.
Of course I miss you, but I'll see you again. If I don't, well, at least you're doing something you loved.
Everything's a plane ride away.
I mean, I guess that's what Gabby's parents probably thought too.
Yeah, well,
she did one too many reels.
You got to stay away from that fragile male ego. There's nothing more fragile than the male ego.
Listen, I don't know how many reels she had, but like I said, her YouTube channel literally had one
Mike's like,
video.
It was one. It only took one.
So it's like, it makes you wonder, like, how long was like
Mike,
were they
she
together?
didn't
Like,
get
it was
time to
weeks
upload them because she got murdered.
Weeks.
She did
but
that.
like, I'm starting to become on the guy's side. I was on her side the whole time, but once I like learned, like it took her like months and months and months of all this footage, like 24 hours a day, You don't have nothing to show for it.
Look,
you're still filming me.
She was filming the entire time.
Get it.
She probably would have edited a video together if she got home alive, but she was filming the entire time. If she was filming 24 hours a day, how many more hours in a day does she have to fucking make a video and post it?
Yeah, she'd be filming first half and then physically fighting with him the second half.
She didn't get a chance to upload it, Mike. She got murdered.
Jesus Christ.
There's a new Charles Manson doc I want to watch too called Chaos.
So that was a book.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, I
funny.
read the book. The author was on Joe Rogan like 5 years ago or whatever, and it's cool. Like the guy spent like 8 to 10 years on this fucking book, and he's got some stuff that like wasn't covered in the main like investigation, and it was like interesting. You're like, wow, this is actually compelling. End of the day, like I don't really feel like he uncovered anything, and I feel like he wasted his life. And the book's good, but it's not good. Like when you find out how long this guy like spent on it. But I'm gonna watch the fucking thing. So anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Do you remember the day me and you had, and I told you I wanted to write that book about you?
I mean,
you probably don't remember too much of it, but I knew you.
A lot of those
time.
times blur together. I remember the time, I just don't remember which exact.
Well, you know about the book thing we talked about?
Yeah.
Do you remember the title of the book?
No.
Because I bet you if you've never deleted our text messages, you can go and find it. And I hand to God.
Well, I definitely have deleted it, and I bet that.
Me too.
I bet that we probably workshopped a couple.
No, one straight out the jump, and it was sold. And I told you it. Chaos. And I had no idea about that. No idea whatsoever.
About what?
About Jeffrey Dahmer's book being called Chaos.
Charles Manson, same deal.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer's called Charles Manson.
I forgot what even got us to talking about this.
Yeah, dude, because I remember that day we were hanging out and you told me a bunch of stuff and we had a long talk. And I was like, dude.
I told you about how I had them women murder that Hollywood couple. Like exactly what Charles Manson did or whatever. I'm gonna end up in prison.
It was nothing like that. But it was just like, I was like, because looking at you now, I'm like, this is a redemption story. I was like, this is a crazy, you know what I mean? But you know.
Yeah, it's interesting.
If anybody would write a book about you, it should be you. You're very articulate enough to do it. That's what I kind of came to terms with. It shouldn't be me.
My mom's been telling me for forever, but I feel like anyone else would feel like, who gives a fuck?
I was very good at literature. I wanted to be an English teacher, but the pay and the schooling just don't add up to me.
Yeah.
But I've written all kinds of short stories and stuff. I got them in my little notebook. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and I really wanted to dive into you, but
Pause.
nobody should write that but you. You're
Yeah.
plenty articulate enough.
Yeah. It's just like it doesn't seem.
I was just so fascinated that like I was like, yo, more people like need this. Like this would be
We're
like
probably
uplifting. No.
We were probably like off our faces, and I was on a soapbox like.
It was around that time.
Just right.
It was around that rough time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was pretty there. But talking to you, I'm like, you know, this could help a lot of people too.
Yeah, I would like to use my struggles and story more to help people. You know.
You told me stuff that I knew you would never lie to me, and if it wasn't for me knowing that you never lied to me, I'd be like, full on blown.
Yeah.
You're a lying bitch.
Yeah, I have a couple of those.
I sit there and smile like, dude, that's crazy. But like knowing you and our friendship, I'm like,
I have a couple that I don't even tell because of how fake they sound. It's just like,
I'm sure I heard a few of them because I still to this day, I of course I never repeat them unless you write a book about you.
Yeah, no.
But I'm like,
the hubris involved in writing a book about oneself is crazy. It's just like I don't take myself seriously enough, you know.
You should
just be like tripping stories, but
because that.
Yeah, I came a long way. I'm happy I'm here, you know.
You should do a podcast about that.
Yeah.
Just you.
Yeah. I used to talk more about it. I'm so far from it. It seems surreal. You know what I want to do is take a fucking phone and go to Baltimore and interview some of the homeless people. That's what I want to do. I feel bad though, like
putting a camera in their face.
Yes, but I would tell them, hey, here's $10 for nothing. I'll give you 30 if you give me 10 minutes telling your story. Leave it up to them. You know what I mean? But I still do feel bad, like filming people at their worst. But it's like soft white underbelly. You know,
go up to them,
it's a good story a lot of time.
There's two different worlds.
It's trauma.
There's two different worlds. There's walking up my phone. Hey,
right?
You want this food? Here, brother, take it.
Exactly.
Brother, take it. Or it's me coming up, humble, talking to you. Hey, buddy, you got a minute.
As
of your
a
time.
junkie, as a junkie,
You got a minute
as
of your
someone who's
time.
been homeless for a very short time, you know, in my life, it's like it's not
When
like
you watch those videos, like you said, soft white underbelly, they're intimate.
Yeah.
He's curious. He's clearly wants to
Yes.
know about them, and
right,
they feel that.
exactly.
It's not some.
No, right.
You want these shoes?
Yeah,
you
it's
want
not-
these shoes? You got them. You got them. The camera's off. Give me them fuckers back,
That's hilarious.
yo. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
you
it's
shouldn't
not-
be worried about that.
It's not grandstanding.
But
I
because
just,
you got empathy. So no matter what you do, whether they sign a release saying, "Yeah, come on in," you're gonna feel that way.
yeah, I hope so. I hope it would translate. But
I hope so.
I do want
That's
to
why
go
I
up
like
there.
you, buddy.
And,
I hope so. I hope I feel like shit when I ask people the questions I want to ask them.
yeah. But I do want to go up there. I mean, there's a lot going on up there. You know.
Dude, I worked in them I worked in them streets for fucking way too goddamn long. I lived there more than my house. 12 to 16 hours a day, and there's alleys in the city
They're gross.
all over the projects. We're doing the underground pipe, and I'm talking in the street from 6:30 in the morning, 5 p.m., 6 p.m.,
Yeah, you're
sometimes
in it.
night jobs.
You're in it.
Bro, listen. I wanted to get a refill, but I'm going to tell the story before. Listen, I will never work in any kind of job like that again in my life. Never, ever in my life. I was bringing that home with me. I had to learn how to walk and like talk a different way. Like you laughing, but you know this shit's true.
Well, yeah. I mean, you gotta.
I done
adapt.
walked in the Old Town Mall down there off Madison and whatever the fuck, right? Where this old abandoned ass mall where they got like a couple stores inside, it's outside and everything. Walking through the alleyway with me and my buddy. White boy out of the top of the window. White boy, abandoned buildings. I'm like, what the fuck? We get to the store, wouldn't let us through. Two guys, I'm telling you, wouldn't let us through. I had to walk through and push the guy. You know what I mean? Because they smell that shit on you.
Oh yeah.
It's all talking shit and everything, but that's real shit. They would smell that shit on you.
Yeah.
If I would back down, so what we would do is, this is crazy. What we would do is every job we went to, me and my buddy had this idea, like,
Find the biggest guy on the block.
no.
Suck his dick.
Because they always had runners. You know, they got runners running around.
Sure.
They got runners asking blah, 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 and they got the people stationed up and everything like that. So I would always, because,
I also buy some crack from him.
I'd buy some weed from them.
Okay,
$10.
there you
I would
go.
buy $10 worth of weed of them, right?
Some city weed.
That dude I bought weed from,
Where you can always get $10 worth of weed.
yeah, always. 3 days later is when like 3 or 4 days later is when I went up to that store and they let us in. I pushed that guy, like shoved him out of the way. Guy like, no, he cool. I'm like, okay. It was like learning how to like walk out there.
Yeah.
I had this one time, right? I've seen some heinous shit. Drive-bys at fucking 9:30 in the morning. How pissed off do you have to be to shoot up a bus stop at 9:30 in the morning? A block away from us work, we hear the gun go off.
If you know that's where your person's
Boss
at.
is like, yo, you gonna get the job done? I'm like, yo, what? I'm coming back, brother.
Dodging bullets.
It's 9:30 in the morning. You pay me $23 an hour.
They gotta
bro.
wait till noon to start shooting around here.
I had 2 guns pulled on me. That's the only 2. I've had guns
Damn.
threatened on me all the time. Yo, a taxi driver put a gun on me. I said, you can't drive. What the fuck? I got to get over here. Pull
What?
flash to the dude. Listen,
What?
dude, I'm telling you.
That seems like such a
Crazy. Yo,
dysregulated.
I've had people come out and yell at me, yank me by my shirt, and tell me to get off the property because I need a warrant to look in a sewer where my fucking PPE went. So one time I went into it was by that football stadium in Old Town Mall. I'm pretty sure it's Madison,
That's
Montgomery.
hilarious.
I'm sure it's Madison, Montgomery. It's the project buildings right there. With a job in the middle, and it's like 7 o'clock. And the one rule is you always gotta wear your PPE, always.
Your
Like,
personal protective equipment.
PPE. Yeah, I don't use it a lot. You know what I mean? But when out there, I'd be head to toe. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Bulletproof vest.
that's how they know. They know. For some reason, it's like code not to fuck with the people who help out the city. If they know it's you, you know what I mean? Unless the crackheads, they're wilding out. But usually it's like, yo, watch out for these guys. They're helping us
They
out.
got the green vest. Yeah.
Yo, we're walking into the projects. It's like 7 in the morning. Usually it's coast is clear around that time. It's not till like later on when everybody comes outside. Yo, these 2 kids, 14, maybe 15 years old, fucking,
They're the scariest one.
they walk out in front of us and they pull their shirts up and they got fucking it looked like a Uzi or some shit. They're like, I was like, you see ya? Turn around, walk the fuck right out.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like shit like that
Goodbye.
is on a regular there. And I worked out there for 6 years. I come home, my chest out. You know what I mean? Like talking to Chelsea a certain way. I'm like, I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
You
It's
got a
fucked up.
bandana on and a black mile that's not lit hanging out your mouth.
One time, what happened one time? So we're sitting there at this hole, right? All this used to happen on Madison, Montgomery. I don't even know if that's the right words, but whatever. We're sitting there looking over the hole, and I got one of the manhole hooks, right? It's like a blue steel hook, right? It's heavy. And I'm sitting over there, and this fucking Mexican fella runs up on me, and like 3 other guys, like, I turn around, runs right in the middle of us. I turn around, and I'm ready to hit him. Help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. They tried to kill me. They tried to kill me. Pointing behind them. 3 10, 11-year-olds, knives drawn with their book bags on, just got out the bus, chasing this guy laughing. Give me your fucking bag. I said, get the fuck out of here. They turn around laughing. No problem.
Just a game.
Yo, I was working in the whole
They like
time.
robbing, people like robbing Mexicans because a lot of times they'll have they don't trust banks, you know, or they'll be undocumented. So they'll wait till Friday when it's payday and then hit the Mexicans up.
I had a guy run from the cops and fell into the manhole we were working on.
Damn.
Slid right into it. I found a grenade one time in Baltimore.
Damn.
Had to call a bomb squad.
They're moving like that out there?
Yo, this shit is... The Wire, I know you know what's up, but I'm talking the same kind of shit I'm watching fucking 20, 30 years later. Knocking on a door, going around the abandoned building, having a bag drop out the fucking window. Watching it, because I'm out there.
All it takes is going out there. Like people, yeah, I mean,
Like people, this new
the
thing.
bandos are crazy.
Have you seen this new video going around of this white kid getting beat up in the city, getting jumped by like fucking 12, 13 kids, all taking their turns beating on him, taking his clothes off?
Oh yeah, young kids, yeah.
Everybody's all out and just like, listen, bro, everybody from the county out here, everybody living in Pasadena, talking about how crazy this is. Use this as appreciation because that stuff happens every fucking day out there.
Yeah.
It's so horrible to watch and it's so like, oh, this is heinous. Appreciate where you live and appreciate where you are and how great this place is because that is a normality. Nothing's gonna happen to those kids. That kid's gonna have it happen to him again and again and again and again.
That's the fucked up reality, huh?
Ain't it?
Yeah, sometimes.
And it's just gonna keep on happening. When they had a gun buyback in Baltimore,
a fucking gun to school and fucking
when they had a gun buyback in Baltimore, they turned in 3 bazookas, RPGs. That means if you drive by a window, there's an RPG lean up against that window.
And those are the ones they turned in.
The city is way more than the harbor. It's way more than Fed Hill.
Yeah, it's fucked. All right, I love you. Thanks for coming. What time are we at? We got to be at an hour.
57 minutes now. I mean, we could take a break real quick if you want.
Let's do that.
Take a break because I need a drink, yo. You know, like when I did that music stuff, like I don't give a fuck what people say. Like I'm trying. Why not? Like so, I've always been good at singing. And you know what started that music thing, right? This is what started that music thing. We were sitting at dinner and we're talking to Harley and Hudson, right, in Chelsea, about following your dreams and doing your dreams, right? And Harley was like, "Well, what's your dream?" And I was like, "Didn't really have an answer. Like I always wanted to be a dad, have a family, and provide for everybody, and blah blah blah." She's like, "You're always singing. You sound good. Would you want to be a singer? Did you try?" I'm like.
Yeah, kids will make you like
Fuck
walk the
got
walk
me,
when
right?
you talk the talk, yeah.
So then I recorded that one song for Chelsea, and then one dude, I didn't want to put it on Facebook, and my buddy who recorded it was like, let's put it on Facebook. So I did that, and blah, 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 and did a couple more. But like, it was like, okay, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not wonder?
Yeah.
It's like, I would love to be in movies. I would love to act. I think it would be awesome, even in plays.
Yeah.
Why not sign up for a casting call in Maryland?
People limit themselves, man. I got buddies who like, and I'm
afraid of failure.
and I do too. You know, I mean, we all do. But like, I in my group chat, I'll post not a selfie, but like a picture of me in the gym once a year, right? And when I do, I'm a faggot. You know what I mean? Like my friends are like, dude, this is, and it's like,
rightfully so.
I know, right? I agree, but that does get in my head when I go to take that. It's like. It's something limiting to me, you know.
But strong-minded people like you, and I like to consider myself like that's healthy for it.
Yeah, I'm ready for that. Yes,
and that's what makes you. So that's what gets you up on stage to do stand up, and that's what gets you to take the step further. Like it's hard, it still weighs on us, right?
Yeah.
But that's what gets you to take the step that a lot of people don't step. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I limit myself with a lot. Like even with like viewing movies, we talk about movies. I'm so quick to be like, this is corny.
But imagine
this is like I'm so quick to like judge something as not for me or like corny or like not as
it's the ego.
Cool. I know.
Imagine imagine the pressure, how pressurized you feel about that. Imagine the pressure of somebody who is still caged in way more than you. Like you know what I mean, you've taken leaps.
Yeah.
But you're still feeling that pressure. Imagine what it is for somebody who's like completely like
Well, they just fold
barricaded.
to it. Yeah.
I mean, that was the great thing about TikTok because so many people were coming out with these amazing talents and maybe not ever getting famous, but the world's so talented. So many people. Do you really want to die with your hidden talent? Do you really want to die with a secret talent? You know what I mean? Why not show people?
You really want to die with your hidden talent, right?
Like people could be laughing at me and making fun of me for singing, but like one day I'm gonna die and my YouTube channel, my kid might sit there and be like, "Damn, this is my dad like singing." Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and maybe not.
Maybe not.
And who gives a fuck?
But the thing was
you
for
did
me,
it.
it was
You did the thing. That's what I'm saying.
So therapeutic.
And you did the thing.
It's releasing.
And you did the thing that took courage. It's like to post that, you know,
Yeah.
it's not going to war, right? But it's like, yeah, it takes courage to do.
The thing is
Your world, judge.
Because it's always easy to say you don't care if people think about you, but when you really throw yourself out there, I'm like, I'm not doing this for anybody else. You know what I mean? Like, I've had many friends when I did it. It was like one or two of them, me and you were close with, reached out to me and like, dude, I admire this so much. I've always wanted to put a channel out of doing this, and that. I'm gonna do it because this is awesome. Seeing you try to do something like this, like reach out, it was awesome because like I'm supposed to be a boring person with all these kids and you know just living life in the circle. Like I'm just showing people like why not take a shot? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
You go to karaoke night, you hear a bunch of people sucking their ass off, but I'm telling you right now, you go to a karaoke night, it's the happiest you're ever gonna see people because it's just a free, spirited place.
Karaoke's a beautiful thing.
I've taken you a couple times.
I know. It can be written off easily, right?
Very easily.
And I get that.
For sure.
And they're right too.
100%.
But
I just went off at the Irish pub literally a couple weeks ago. I literally went there and left because I wasn't in the mood for it. But if you set yourself in the mood like you were saying,
if you allow yourself to really get into it, it
beautiful.
reminds me of ecstatic dance where it's like it don't really matter how you sound or how you're going to be dancing, right? In the karaoke, it doesn't matter.
If we were fucking good, we'd be getting paid for it.
Right,
like
you're
that
just doing. And here's the thing: the good karaoke, it doesn't matter if they're good at it or not. It's if they commit to it.
Everybody deserves to feel like a rock star.
Well, not everyone will.
No.
Well, you talk about the therapeutic value of just singing something, you know?
The rock star aspect of getting up on that stage and conquering fear. Looking at fear, you can sound horrible. But you know, the thing is, like you just said, the commitment. If you're committing, that audience is going to be fucking, hell yeah, because I've done it.
Yeah.
You've done it.
Well, the thing with karaoke is I always want to sing an emotional song, one that really goes through me, you know?
But that's the thing, like, I've never. I mean, I'm sure it happens.
We're due.
It happened. I want to go. I went to the Irish pub the other night. I just wasn't feeling it. You know what I mean? I went with my buddy, and it wasn't. It was like
I've never been out there.
It was like a slow old time.
A little bit of that vibe, no?
I mean, later it gets popping. I guess I heard. I left way before that, but
the word on the street.
For what, I don't go to bars anymore. But either way. It's just it's a world. Like when we went to Beefalo Bob's before the wedding, when I asked you to come, that was the first time I seen karaoke out in like since I can remember. I took a dive out there because it's scary. It's to conquer the ego in today's world, especially in the world.
Did you just start going solo?
What?
Did you start going solo?
No. I've been solo before.
Right, but that's not how you started.
That was when I started with you.
Really?
Yeah, I told you I wanted to go. And
I thought that you had been going.
No, that was it.
You were super comfortable. Well, you're also a good singer.
I love a microphone.
Well, right.
If I get a microphone, I'm
love
comfortable.
that. I'm not.
But like I was still so scared because I was like, Chelsea, I'm not gonna. I don't know any crazy dances, but I was like, I want to sing our first song, right? And I was like, I gotta get these jitterbugs out.
Dude,
so
the pressure of a wedding makes me uncomfortable, and I'm not even gonna have one. Dude, the pressure of a guest list will keep me from getting married. I mean, that being secretly gay, but mainly the pressure of the guest list, dude, and inviting these aunts and uncles you don't really talk. Dude, God,
listen, I was very horrible with the whole. Chelsea was
helping to plan.
No, not Chelsea is a perfectionist, and no matter how much she says she may want some of my help, I give it. It wouldn't matter, right?
Your help's not to the caliber.
I give my approval,
right.
But she was just killing it. But she would ask me, "Who do you want to invite? Who do you want to invite?" Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, "You got it." You know what I mean? So look, I had a couple family members like
not invited, And then you got to blame her? That's nice.
No, I didn't blame her, but like my response always was to because they wouldn't say it to me. They said to my parents, like, you don't even know my wife's name or got a phone number of hers. Like, we got 150, 175 people at this wedding. So sorry.
Yeah.
I went over you. I haven't seen you
Yeah.
in 6 Christmases.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they'll take it personal.
I had a friend.
It's weird.
I had a couple friends like, yo, I really thought you were going to invite me to the wedding. And I'm like,
it's always awkward.
I'm like, why the fuck would you say this to me?
Yeah, what do you do with that info, A?
I'm like,
and B, let's stop taking it personal. Who
for
gives a fuck?
one, I had a lot of friends I couldn't invite.
Dude, I've been invited to 2 bachelor parties and not the wedding.
Yeah, because it's
I'm
not.
not even kidding.
Because
And I didn't take it personal either time. I'm like,
no, because the wedding, like, I'm busy the entire wedding.
oh yeah, you're not. Yeah, you don't
The
even
last
see the
hour,
person.
I maybe get to
Yeah,
get
you don't
a
even get
Wild
to see the
West.
people getting married.
You invite your groomsmen and all your family members that can show up. The friends that you can fit in, great. But when shit, it's a hard fucking thing. It's hard. I barely did anything. Chelsea killed it, but
Well, you're just like that day. You're just having to do this.
I never thought how stressful picking groomsmen would be. That was one of the most stressful
That's
things
what
in
I'm
my
saying.
life.
You're like doing MySpace top 6 or whatever.
I don't want to do it. I'm like, yo, I don't want to pick my best man. Like, who's my best man? My guy who's been my friend the longest. That doesn't necessarily mean the best man.
Yeah.
You know, I had a crazy deal with my fucking groomsmen. I had people bailing out. I had people kicked out. Like,
Well, my thing is like I just wish that I could have a celebration that was as large and as epic as a wedding. You know,
Don't call it a
without
wedding.
having the wedding.
this is the biggest scam in the fucking world.
A wedding?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna actually have a
I
wedding.
think,
I'm not retarded.
I think dying is a bigger scam than getting married.
For sure, it costs
honestly.
way a lot of money to die. But check this out: how irresponsible, how fucking. It literally is the way our society. We made our way as society the way it is now, right? Because you get married, right? The average wedding today costs $55,000, right, for everything. For a 1-day party, that's half a day. You don't even get
That
to
you
enjoy.
don't get the party
Yeah.
yet. Yeah.
You have to run around for everybody else to say, "Look at me, look at me, and look how happy I am."
And it's an all-day photo shoot, really.
For sure.
Yeah.
$60,000 on the first day, instead of putting a down payment on a house, putting away for your kids before they're born, putting it on a vacation.
Betting it on Tesla stock.
Fucking right.
Something.
But you want me to tell me that I'm gonna? And some people you already know, 100K, 150K.
Yeah.
It's a dumb fucking thing.
Well, dude, I'm so anti. It's like even the and look, I know I'm gonna get flack from this. I'm not hating on everyone who's done that. I personally wouldn't film me popping the question. That seems like a very
intimate
moment that like if you're really giving her I don't know. I do feel like the surprise, like, all right, so I made sure she looked her best that day, and then we got this secret person to like film the it's like, are you really gonna look back at it? I mean, maybe you are. I don't know. I don't
They
really
definitely are.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really look back at that stuff. It's like
So Chelsea gave me guidelines. Like when you were talking about like we were dating, she's like, I want my kid involved. I want
well,
my
that's
parents to
helpful at
see.
least, yeah, so you know.
And she goes, I want it on video.
There you go.
So I had somebody videotape it and had Harley in the onesie, Hudson with the ring. You know what I mean?
Adorable.
And like the onesie said, like, will you marry my daddy or something? And she walked in on the crib. I was like, come up here real quick. You know what I mean?
Did you make sure she had her nails and hair done and shit?
Who?
Your girl.
Chelsea? No, she wanted it candid. She didn't know.
Okay. Exactly, because some people do that. They're like, you know, they'll
For
go
sure.
they'll get their girl's nails done and she's not knowing why.
Chelsea
for like
is
a picture, you know.
Chelsea was texting me and cussing me out about where I was at when I was at a jewelry store for like 4 hours trying to get this shit done, picking a fucking regimen. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Because you went with your side bitch.
I'm like, yeah.
It was awkward. You had her pick it out.
To be fair, are you do you share your location?
So
Interesting topic.
Because especially when you're getting an engagement ring, like unless you leave your phone with your buddy, it's how do you do that? How do you
we never used to.
I'm against sharing
fair,
location.
fair, but like in general, I guess.
So we never used to.
No, it's a good topic.
We never used to, and she was cool with it, right? Because I'm like, this is just fucking crazy. Like, there's way too many things. I was thinking as a young-minded person, right? I'm like, there's way too many things to find. You can fight about that are not like a thing to fight about. Like, I'm like, yo, if it's late update and like she's done on Snapchat when we were dating, Snapchat location, she showed up to a neighborhood. I was in the neighborhood, the next
She
neighborhood.
shot the neighborhood up.
No, I was in the next neighborhood over at my buddy's house where
You did
she
say you
knows he
find that
lives.
hot though.
She
She
went to the
hard
house
as a rock.
She went to the house,
Kicking
a
in doors.
neighborhood over, taking a picture of it. Who the fuck house are you? I'm like, yo, I have no fucking clue. What
I
house
don't know where you're at, but please leave.
I was like, I'm here. I'm over here. But either way. So I was like, no, I don't want that shit. Like her and all her friends, they looking like, oh well, she's over here. I'm like, that's weird,
Yeah,
right?
I know, I think so too.
So it was like a couple months ago when like the deer were out heavy and our road has like crazy deer. I'm like, Chelsea, I think it's time we start sharing each other's location. And she's like, why? I was like, because I don't want you to hit one of these deer and be in a ditch somewhere. I was like, I need to know where you are. I was like, this shit's crazy out here. I was like, I'm worried about you. I was
In case
like,
what, you can have to go get her out of the ditch?
or help her. I mean, like a car accident or something. Because like a couple times I've been like, yo, where's she at? Like fuck. You know what I mean? Like, sirens everywhere, roads closed.
I feel like I'm neurotic and weird, and I know I would check it when it wasn't about health or safety, and that would make me feel slimy. Does that make sense?
Sure.
I know myself, and I know I would check it.
Bitch like Facebook.
Just to check.
Got your story. Where you at?
Yeah. So I don't like it, and then it's just like, to even have.
It will make me care about something that I don't need to care about.
Yep. I don't share my location with anyone. I don't even have the read receipts on. That's too much for me.
Fuck that.
That's my information.
Yeah, I don't need
when
to.
I read this message is my info. I don't need someone going like, "Oh, you read this an hour ago. Where have you been?" It's like
I deal with that. Listen, you wouldn't believe.
I would.
You wouldn't believe how much I deal with that because of my schedule being night day, right? So many people.
Oh, you're all over the place.
Will send me videos on Facebook or send me text messages, right? And like I'll look at them in my sleep and close it and forget.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
I do that
I'm all over the place. Somebody will be like, hey, call me. It's like 6 p.m. Like, I'm sleeping, right? I'll open it and I'll get, you didn't call me? You didn't watch that video? I'm like, come the fuck up. For real, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm 33 or 32. I don't know what I am.
You just can't take it personal, man. People.
Not today, bro. Like, I'm listening, bro. I got videos coming.
You know how quick it is to get distracted? Exactly.
I got videos coming from all over the world. And let's say I'm watching porn on my phone. What? I'm watching porn on my phone, and you send me a video. I'm not watching what you just sent me of somebody farting, fucking cussing somebody out in public. I'm
I close one fart video to open a second fart video.
I got this crazy parlay I'm putting in, and I got this dude trying to text me about fucking rainbows.
People have their lives, and it's like
you can't feel like you got to appreciate it. They look and expect that they don't, but appreciate when they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and some people are bad at it. Some people just suck at it,
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Destiny says ghosting's the completely acceptable form of communication.
Listen, with all the different kinds of
Ghosting
people out
intent?
there,
No.
I get it to a point. Like, if you can tell this guy's a fucking asshole, what's the point of like doing the whole like gentle goodbye? Like, if you know. But like, if they're not a complete asshole, like, be a fucking person.
I agree.
Ghosting. When you ghost someone, like if
He's
you're
saying
just like
don't
deciding on ghosting someone after like
Yeah, for
chatting with them
sure.
for a little bit, like
100%,
if you're like,
100%.
all right, he's a racist, I'm out, whatever. Like then fine. I
Some
get
people
that.
you don't owe nobody explanation.
You technically
That's her
don't owe
take. Is
anyone.
you don't owe it.
You don't owe nobody
And she's
explanation.
right.
You
But
want to
like you
give
said,
somebody.
you're right too. Yeah, you want to do that. It's the human decency that a lot of
It's-
people.
they're
Problem
both
is-
right. They're both right.
I agree.
Because
you gave that racist a chance, you might fall in love with them. But you kind of like cut him out of here because of the one thing, and like you go to I don't know, dude.
For
Like
sure.
the world's a weird fucking place. Like
you're right.
you fall in love with someone because you feel like
You
can
see a
fix
red
them.
flag,
Like,
you
there's
go.
Sometimes,
Why fuck around with it? And if you feel like you want to give the person an explanation that you ghost, then that's on you. That's because that you feel like you owe them. And it's a good thing to do. It's on you. But you don't owe nobody nothing. Not even the nice person, not the bad person. Nothing. You give, and that's what should be appreciated. That you're giving me this respect to tell me. That's where the whole appreciation comes in.
Yeah, Destiny's thing was like, either way, if this person stopped texting me, whether their mom died or they're not into me no more, neither one I can change.
Exactly.
And either way, they stopped talking to me.
That's a hard way to come about, but that's the right way
Well,
to
she
think about
has
it.
very like pretty. I wouldn't say very, but somewhat extreme beliefs.
It's got to take a journey to fucking.
She's an interesting person for sure. She has her own like.
But I agree. What are you gonna do? Spend your time like fucking obsessing about it?
There's nothing you can
I've
do.
done that.
Well, the
Been
thing is,
there.
I think people a lot of the common thing is like they want to know so they have like feedback.
Yeah.
If I'm too much of this, but it's like it might not even be that. It might just be like, hey, it didn't
be nothing.
mesh. Yeah.
But it's like not their responsibility to give you that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
And
I
that's what
get
it
the
is.
wanting that, but it's like crazy to expect that
Yeah.
that's like a thing to
That's the
happen.
problem with this world today. That's the problem with our generation. The generation after us, the generation going to be after them. We expect everything to just be there and happen.
Imagine a job like looked at your fucking your what do you call it? Your application was like, this is the reason why I'm not hiring you. You don't have anything with Word or Excel, dude. I can't do anything or whatever. Like, it's weird. Like, that's not how life works. You just don't get to know why.
Fortunately,
You can sometimes, yeah, but
fortunately, that's how everybody's starting to think the world works. I mean, I remember when I was 20 years old going out in construction jobs and being like, people be like, okay, I'll give you a raise if you show me what you do. In 3 months or something like that. Come in 3 months, don't have nothing to show them. Like, you told me I'm getting a raise. It's winter time, we're slow, and you want a raise? What have you done for me? You know what I mean? It's they're losing the touch of what have you done for me, and we're just expecting everything to come. We have no time frame, and that's all these cell phones and videos and everything is shortening our attention span. We want everything now. Amazon can drop me off something by the time I get the fuck home after this podcast. I don't have to wait for nothing anymore. I used to have to wait for TV shows and wait for my song to come on fucking 97.9. I had to wait and record.
I mean, we're all spoiled, We go to the grocery store and there's meat every time.
We're soft. I go to the grocery store. I go to the grocery store and pick my groceries up, son. It's already done.
Right. You don't even
spoiled.
Yeah.
We're soft, dog.
Yeah.
If they drop this nuke, we're done.
Speaking of construction jobs, Mike wants to put out a feeler.
Yeah, basically, like, I need a new form of work. I only have the skills I have, and there's not many. I can learn anything. You know what I mean?
He's not fired. He doesn't need it. He's looking. He's opening the option to take on new work.
If you have your own business and you need someone you can trust to do things, I can guarantee you can trust me. I mean, whether or not I can do the job, we'll have to see. But, like, there's not anything
Mike's got a
like
good head on his shoulders. He's trustworthy.
I like Mike. I'll talk to some people.
He's communicative. He's honest. Look, I would hire him as an electrician. Because it's like he gets on himself for not having the actual skill set. It's like, but he works for he does signs. He has to know a lot of different stuff, and he's competent. He gets shit done.
Resumes are only to see if people have held jobs and how long they've held it, and when they talk to you, they see if you're ready to be receptive.
I agree.
That's all
I also think like diplomas are more like a way to like weed out people who are
diplomas
just
to show how that you are fucking you are receptive, that you abide, that you fall in line.
End of the day, I can hang out with you in a room and I feel like I won't annoy you, and you could just be like, you're annoying, shut up. I can do that. Or you can put me on a job and I'll fucking do the thing. I mean, I've worked with you a couple of times.
Yeah.
You put me on something, you
get
left.
it done.
I'll do the thing that you told me to do.
Yeah, no,
I don't need to be like
being great help. The reason I know you're good is because I would use you anytime. You know what I mean? Like if I needed help and you're available, like I would be quick to use you because, you have a good head on your shoulders.
Yeah.
You're the way your mind works is just like, all right, even though I've never done this trade, he is clearly going to need this thing next, or like this is what we're trying to do. Go from A to B. Like you just comprehend quickly, So I don't think you have an issue once you put yourself out there.
I wouldn't hire him. No, I just watch what you've done with this podcast. I just see the work ethic you have.
Yeah,
I knew almost nothing going in, and I still know nothing now.
Yeah.
But like, it sounds a little bit better from the beginning. That's all I got.
We've grown a fuck ton, and it's 95% Mike.
And we haven't quit. We come every week.
That's
the
biggest
thing. Show up
thing.
every week. We show up. We're show uppers.
Dude, we've been showing up every week.
We've been showing up.
I'm more committed to this than any woman in my entire life.
Was this my fourth or fifth one?
Yeah,
I have to count them up. I don't know.
This is my fourth one.
Maybe 5, possibly.
Maybe.
And the new stew.
This is my first one.
And the new
Out
stew,
here?
Yeah.
No, you've had one out here at least, right?
I think you said one out here, but it was like
before the walls.
Oh no,
maybe?
you haven't.
Never once. I was here when you were building. I was out here when you were painting it black. The couple days after you painted it black, we were out here checking it out.
Yeah,
Man.
it's come a long
We
way.
were gonna do that group one on the 50th one, but I was doing something.
Yeah, we still need to do that. I figured out a little bit how to do the live thing. We can do it with, I think, multiple phones. But I think the best thing would just have 2 phones that just show the whole room. We can just get multiple people. Listen, if that microphone works room-wise the way it kind of worked, we might even have more than 4.
And bring the fucking pan. What's it called?
Hand pan.
Oh, yeah.
The hand pan. We talked about this prior to recording.
Hand pan's coming.
If you don't know what a hand pan is, it's basically a musical instrument that says, I do mushrooms. And it's a giant, like, dome structure.
It heals the soul and the mind.
And
it's not just for drugs.
It has little divots in it, and you just play it with your hand. And I'm not musically talented whatsoever.
You'll be all right though.
What's fun about that, is it's like if you pick up a guitar and don't know, for me anyway, it wasn't necessarily fun for me.
Everybody's picking up a guitar and just fucking going it down.
Yeah, hand pan is like you just kind of hit and hear and feel.
The rain can play you a song.
It's the only inch. Oh, really? When it's the rain hitting it?
The rain hitting it can play you a song.
Tight.
So I sit there with the kids, and we'll sit there and close our eyes, and I'll be like, all right, take me on a journey, and they'll be like, all right, we're gonna land far, far away, and ding, 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 play it and stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool little instrument. I've only messed with one a couple times, but each time it was fun.
Very therapeutic. The vibrations that come from that they use them in all kinds of different, what do you call them? Not seances,
Ceremonies.
Ceremonies, yeah. They use them all kinds of shit like that. I mean, I'm just a fan of that kind of stuff. I got the djembes, fucking drum set.
Yeah, you've always
circle,
been a musical
dude.
guy.
We'll do a drum circle in the middle of one of our live casts.
In the middle of 100.
That'd be
We'll
tight.
hit your pen and then just go. See what happens for 20 minutes. Maybe it's cool. Maybe we cut it. Well, I guess it'll be
Maybe
live.
it's cool. Maybe we got it.
Maybe we don't do it live. Maybe we do it recorded.
The
We'll see
figure
how
of
we do. We'll see how
God.
we do. We'll see how we do.
Oh my God. You
Yeah. Scared of that.
with that hand pan in your lap.
Ooh. Oh, facts. Some DMT and that shit'll. I'm scared of DMT ever since the Bufo, though, you know? Still.
I've done it that I ain't done it in years.
Yeah, I'm shying away.
It's not one of the things could be right here and everybody. It's not like a party drug, like a social drug. Like I got to do it.
Oh, dude, you have to be mentally prepared to do
Bro,
DMT.
like everybody in this room could be doing DMT, and I'd be like, "You're eternal." Like, no, I'm good.
It's not even enticing.
Not something that like. All right, somebody smoking some weed, somebody drinking some beers.
Yeah,
like,
no.
that
It's
looks fun.
so extreme.
Somebody doing DMT next to me, I'm like, yo, this guy has to clear out some demons, and I'm just gonna give him some space.
That's all you can do.
And I don't really want to do it around a bunch of people.
No.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
If you got to,
And it's only like a 10-minute thing?
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, when I did it, I literally was on
Sometimes
the
less.
porch with my buddy, did it, came right back in and started drinking like it was nothing, but I felt like a new person. Like I'm going through this whole life-changing thing, but they just saw me go outside and they thought I smoked a cigarette because I was out there for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Come back in and my whole life's changed.
Like, because all right, so you talk about ayahuasca, right? And that's a how many hour session?
It's basically like 5 to 6.
And then
people
if
say
it does
8 to 10.
actually hit you, because obviously Dave had a time where it didn't hit him and they
Mhm.
gave him the most whatever. I just can't understand. Like, I don't know. To me, I get like doing the mushrooms. You take them, you go up, you do the trip, you learn some shit, you come down, whatever. But 10 minutes is just like,
It don't feel like 10 minutes. It felt like 6 hours.
really, holy shit.
It's
Okay,
like
well,
it's like that.
changes-
It's like Interstellar. That fucking
Mhm.
fucking planet, dude. You go there. I had a 4-hour conversation with that fucking orb up there. Not even talking. Just fucking. And he said, "Time to go." And we're right back to my body. It hit me, and I was in full blown tears.
Well, it's about to be like I'm less scared because it's 10 minutes, but you just brought all.
It don't
of back,
matter.
So it's
It
just
don't
like,
matter
It
what
don't
you-
matter, dude. If you're gonna be scared, you're gonna be scared.
Yeah, what's fucked up about it in
Time
there.
is not a real thing.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. The time really doesn't. It don't. For me, it didn't feel like 4 hours or 40 hours or 4 minutes. It just didn't
No.
feel like anything.
It don't feel
The
like
time
4 hours.
doesn't even-
I'm
it's not
assuming
there.
It's 4 hours
Right.
of how much.
Right. What
That
worth of
was
shit?
gained.
Yeah. No, but if it's
That's
just like
insanity. That's so much. That's
Everybody goes to the
crazy.
same spot. How about that DMT laser experiment?
oh yeah. Let's talk about that for a minute.
That is
So
fucking crazy. Are you
Basi-
familiar with
What?
that?
No.
If you want to Google it, it's called
basically, this guy. Yeah, if you just, I mean, if anyone wants to type in DMT laser, it'll pop up with this guy. He's also lonely as a motherfucker.
For sure. But he ain't lonely anymore because he's got the fucking government, all kinds of people in on this. I was just fucking looking it up.
He shines a laser at a wall in a specific pattern and claims that he can see the lines of code in reality, in the Matrix, like sees symbols and numbers and
Special
letters.
laser, too.
Yeah, it's a specific type of laser. I looked it up to see if it's replicable. It's like you need the exact things, but other people are saying that he's like bringing people
He called
in. And
300 of his buddies to come over, and they all went and experimented it, and
they have to put their head a certain way, and they're looking. So they're saying basically they're
They
not
see
sure
numbers.
if it's just like a visual trip that they're having, or if
coded
they're actually
numbers.
seeing this code. And I believe in simulation, right? So I fell down the rabbit hole a little bit.
Now the government's involved. Now science is involved, and they're all saying that they're all seeing this fucking coding.
So we were going off of everything was made out of matter
Scary, dude.
before, and now like these guys did DMT. That's part of this, right? They
Yes.
were on the DMT,
Yes.
and they see the code that the matter action.
Yeah.
Why not, dude? I mean,
Well,
if
I know.
humans
They're putting
are
their
just
heads against the
DNA,
wall, right? They're putting their heads against the wall and looking down. And not only are they seeing the coding and all the numbers, it's 3-dimensional.
Yeah, they can see it down,
So they're not
up,
just
left, and right.
They can look around and they're going into a computer almost. Like they're not just seeing it in a pattern. they can look underneath the letters and shit. It's all 3-dimensional area. They all have said the same fucking thing.
It's interesting to think about. When I was watching my buddy's conversation with ChatGPT the other night about gravity, it talked about how, and I don't know why I never thought of this, but infinite, right? Like how things could be, or the galaxies and the universe is infinitely expanding or whatever. Things can be infinitely small. And the idea of that's never even crossed my mind. Like we have things down.
So always think about bigger, but infinite.
Right. We have things down to a quark. It's the smallest they go. Lower than an atom, lower than an electron. We have quarks, right, that are in these quantum superpositions. But what if a quark is a planet in some other realm? You know what I mean? Like
that's
we could
the
just
same aspect
bacteria versus us versus the stars versus like this perspective could be forever smaller.
That's the same aspect of us being a speck of span on a beach somewhere in
Right.
somebody else's world.
Yeah, or a bacteria in someone's lung.
So it's just you're going lower with the
yeah, exactly.
with the metaphor.
I've just never done it lower,
Yeah.
you know, than the but it's interesting that if you keep dividing it by half,
Watch Men in Black. Rewatch Men in Black. Since you're talking about that.
Should
The
rewatch.
first one?
Yes. That movie had no business. I know I've talked about it on here before. I said a quote on here before about it. But that movie has no fucking business being that fucking real about shit. About how small we are in the planet. They dropped so many truth bombs in that shit. I mean, who knows truth bombs, but some real heavy shit.
Yeah.
I think I might go back and rewatch it. I ain't watched it in a long time.
I
We
seen a
actually
quote the other day. I
played
put it
when
on my.
we were on the Indianapolis trip. They played it one of the nights. I'm pretty sure. The
Men in
first
Black?
night. Yeah.
It was good when
Maybe
it came
that
out. I
wasn't her.
remember.
Yeah.
Sugar. Remember Edgar wanted more sugar.
I just like when they did the FBI or wherever he went to get like the testing, and they put him all in the egg chairs, and like they were given a test with a pencil, and he was the only one that went over to this table. He dragged it really like obnoxiously
I
across
remember
the whole
sound
room.
of the table now. Yeah.
But like, you know, to be fair, everyone else was like doing this stupid shit where they were like breaking
it's
their
the test.
pencils and shit. So it was like, I don't know, man. It was, anyway, maybe being obnoxious is not
My
the worst
favorite
thing.
quote, I think I said the quote before. At the end of the movie, when he's sitting, or not the beginning of the movie, when Will Smith finds out the aliens are real, Tommy Lee Jones sits next to him. He's like, yeah. He's like, so and so. I forgot the first part, but he said, you know, a couple years ago we thought Pluto was a planet or Uranus was a planet. He's like, so and so we thought this. He's like, tomorrow, imagine what we're gonna learn. I butchered the fuck out of that quote, but you get the aspect of
Oh
it.
yeah. I mean, what's science fiction today? Is
We
reality
disprove
tomorrow.
everything
Yeah.
constantly.
But some
Yeah.
of it makes sense. Like the Pluto thing, I don't think that was in that movie, but that's real. Like, we can't have
No,
Pluto
that's-
being a planet
that's in that
because
I know for a fact.
if Pluto was a planet, we would have like 1,000 planets.
Right.
It would, you're letting in too many. We just didn't have enough. We didn't know all the things that were in the. Yeah. Anyway,
The astronauts are getting saved.
they
The
are
two
coming
astronauts
home
got
from what I
stuck up
heard.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. SpaceX went up to save them.
Fucking real life Interstellar, bro.
Up there for like 9 months or something.
Dude, I feel like someone fucked up. I want to see if anyone did this, but someone should have been making skits the whole time. Just like first 30 days, you know what I mean? Like we got food, everything's
Yeah,
good, whatever.
classic
It's
Stranded,
like,
yeah.
it's,
You
got the green
it's a
screen right there,
vacation. I
bro.
know what I'm saying. I know that we could easily do this. 30 days in, we're out of food, maybe 60 days in, you know, the piss, the whatever. And then it's just like other stuff. Just like we just do relationship shit. Like,
Yeah, because those people are fucked up. Those people are done. I mean, mentally to come back from that
poor
fucking.
people, dude.
Look, dude.
Well, they're out in the space station, so they're not alone.
They
are
were.
we sure? I don't know
I'm
how.
pretty
They
sure
just just got to the space station.
Nah, I think they've been there.
What? Nah,
Yeah.
they just got there a couple days
Nah,
ago.
they've been there for months.
Nah, they were by themselves for 8 months.
Maybe they were on the station for 8 months, then by themselves.
They were by themselves for 8 months and just got to the station.
In their craft?
I don't fucking know, bro.
Bro, I
I'm trying
don't
to run
know.
with it.
All feelings, no facts.
Yeah, all feelings, no facts around here. Let's wrap this up.
Thanks for having me.
Love you, dog. Appreciate
You
you.
too, bro.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
If this doesn't work,